Charles Fleischer and the voices in his head. Greetings everyone out there in the Astronomicon universe. February 7th, 8th, and 9th, 2020 creeps ever closer. Sterling Heights, Michigan becomes more and more prepared for that astronomical yearly event. And we are here to talk about the out-of-this-world visitors that it brings. This is AstronomiConfidential. Thank you for joining me. Today brings us the curious case of Charles Fleischer, man of many voices, talents, intellects, and from the looks of it, personalities. Comedian, actor, musician, voice performer, even mathematician. Charles Fleischer's career runs the gambit from Richard Pryor's pet head to animated rabbit to can sequentially linked gamma ray bursts nullify randomness? Trust me, that may make more sense a little later. Charles Fleischer visits the Wyndham Garden originally from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Years before attending Southampton College of Long Island and studying acting at the Goodman Theater in Chicago, Charles had already been bitten by the performance bug, starting at the age of 9 doing stand-up comedy at Camp Kiwanee in La Plume, Pennsylvania. Over a decade later in 1973, Charles would earn his big television break, debuting his stand-up on legendary sketch program Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. He showed up in a few bit parts on popular TV series such as Barney Miller and Police Story, portraying nondescript characters, billed as second kid and the like, while nearly simultaneously reaching comedic milestones of the highest caliber, like becoming a semi-regular guest on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson during 1974. He even appeared as a pet head on Richard Pryor's extremely short-lived, however groundbreaking, Richard Pryor Show. A show so controversial and ahead of its time, only 4 episodes were produced. In 1976, Charles joined future A-lister John Travolta on the cast of Welcome Back, Kotter in the recurring role of Carvelli. It allowed him to display aspects of his physical and sometimes unconventional comedy nature to a primetime audience as a comic foil for the Sweat Hogs. His appearances on primetime tube would continue throughout the 70s and 80s. Laverne and Shirley, Hill Street Blues, Mr. Belvedere, Punky Brewster, Knight Rider, and more. Then in 1984, the big screen came calling. Charles was cast as Dr. King, ditching any comedy to help Nancy combat her dream demon in Wes Craven's classic A Nightmare on Elm Street. His genre work wouldn't be limited to just that, however. Performances in Bad Dreams, the Tales from the Crypt series, and its spin-off film Demon Knight would keep him connected to the horror realm all the way through 2019, with Charles appearing in the recently completed yet-to-be-released Hanukkah, with the dearly missed icon Sid Haig, and featuring makeup effects from another Astronomicon alumni, Megan Grant of the Get Dead crew. In 1988, Charles was cast to voice the title character in the animation live-action hybrid Who Framed Roger Rabbit, opposite acting legend Bob Hoskins and voice legend Mel Blanc. The film was groundbreaking as the first time animated characters were fully interactive with the physical world. It was the only time that Disney and Warner Brothers animated characters were ever featured together on screen, and at the time, it was the most costly movie ever made. Charles took on the slapsticky role of Roger, plus the roles of Benny the Cab, and Weasel's greasy and psycho with great effort and method. He was present for all Roger's live-action related scenes, delivering real-time reactive performances off-screen, sometimes in a Roger Rabbit costume. He called this process trans-projectional acting, and his efforts can be felt in the seamless interaction between Roger and his live-action counterparts. That film went on to be a smash hit and an Oscar winner, propelling Charles into years of Disney television and theme park roles, 3 Roger Rabbit follow-up animated shorts, and talks of a Roger Rabbit sequel that have persisted for more than 20 years. His voice can be heard in big-budget animated projects Rango, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, and the Polar Express, as well as several video game releases. Never resting on his successes, Charles has continued to appear in small yet potent roles on television and in critically acclaimed films like Back to the Future Part 2, Funny People, and the recent thriller Zodiac. Besides acting, Charles is also known to entertain people as a musician and a songwriter. He has performed the harmonica as a special guest with the group Blues Traveler, broke out his guitar frequently on his Ustream show Fleischer's Universe, and popped up in the band on the Weird Al Show. One of his most surprising talents has nothing to do with entertainment, however, even though he's done a good job of making it entertaining. Charles Fleischer is surprisingly a published researcher of advanced mathematical theory. So advanced, in fact, he theorizes and speculates on the fabric of reality. He authored a paper entitled, "Can Sequentially Linked Gamma Ray Bursts Nullify Randomness?" and discovered moleads. Moleads are
what I believe the thing that will allow string theory to be proved. They are the nodes on the string, patterns and relationships, 27 and 37, symmetry pairs. Every top adds up to 37, bottom all 74. There's so many intricate relationships that I'm not going to go there now because you say, hey, go back to the fluctus part. 18 examples of it in our solar system. I never told anybody. This is the first thing. This could be history. Kepler was right.
Confused? So am I. From the nature of reality to Roger Rabbit and back again. Charles Fleischer is an extremely multifaceted and talented individual imparting knowledge of a life well lived. I can't wait to talk voices, numbers, and personalities with the man himself. It's coming February at Astronomicon. Would you like to join the conversation? February 7th, 8th, and 9th only at the Wyndham Garden in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Charles Fleischer joins a lineup including Richard Brake and Bill Moseley from 3 from Hell, Dirt Nasty aka Simon Rex, and many more. I'll be there. My name is Chuck Reeves and you can catch me in that panel room. And until next time, this has been AstronomiConfidential.
Don't worry, whatever you say, yes ma'am, aye aye sir, okie dokie. Why, I'll take care of him like he was my own brother, or my own sister. Ow!
Oh, hey, are you the fella that killed them Jenkins brothers?
I don't see why you couldn't just give me a pill to keep me from dreaming.
Everyone's got to dream, young lady. If you don't dream, you go.
Ah, that's better. I can't believe they locked me up for driving on a sidewalk.
My name is Charles Fleischer. I have a very special announcement. February 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'm going to be at Astronomicon, and you better be there too. I will have pens ready. And remember, the secret word is... What did he say? I don't know, but I'm going.
Nice shirt. Who's your tailor? Quasimodo? Woohoo!